All right, guys. Spartan combat athlete Jax Forrest has just announced his commitment to Oklahoma State. Adolfo, how do you feel about this one?
I just want to be a cowboy, baby.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because we were talking about Bo Bassett's commitment to Iowa, and we thought that there would be someone, now Jax Forrest, who would want to be David Taylor's protege, like how David Taylor was to Cale Sanderson. So, you know, you can see the path there. And I really think that Jax Forrest's personality, the way he wrestles, I think it really fits at Oklahoma State.
No, I agree, man. I think, you listen to that interview he did with Flo, and he talks about how him and David, similar personalities, wrestling. So that's the place for him to be.
Yeah, I wonder how hard of a decision that was for him to make. You know, I mean, you got the top 3 programs in the country coming after you, and, you know, you got Bo went to Iowa, Jax is going to Oklahoma State. I mean, you got to think how hard of a decision that is, especially when they're teammates. You would think that it was, you know, I mean, it didn't have to be, but you could have thought, I wonder if this is a package deal. You know, if one gets a Bo, are you going to get Jax or vice versa? But clearly didn't end up that way.
I almost thought it was going to be a package deal when it was like Jax announcing his commitment in a couple of days. I was like, man, is he going to Iowa? Yeah. That's what I felt.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, especially since Bo had just announced it the other night. But it was cool, man. Jax Forrest was at Bishop McCord, and midway through the interview, Christian Piles was like, "Oh, who's all there with you?" They thought it was just going to be his family and maybe his coach. Turned it around. It was his whole family, all the coaches, his whole team. The principal was there. So everyone showed out for his commitment, which is really cool to see.
100%. He said that he's projected to be a 141, 149, but truly doesn't know. He could keep growing.
That's what I think, too. I think it's a little hard to ask high schoolers, like, oh, what weight are you going to go? And it's like, man, they're gonna do some growing, man. I mean, we saw Kyle Date go from 141 to 165, so you just never know how they're gonna grow, especially when they're 17, 18. But yeah, man, it's really cool to see him going there because recently it just kind of seemed like all the best kids are going to Penn State, so it's cool to see it switch up.
Penn State 2.0.
So what do you think Jax Forrest's commitment to Oklahoma State means for their recruiting? Do you think it just helps them get even more guys at Oklahoma State?
100%. I mean, they got something special there already, you know, with not just the college program, but they're building the RTC as well. So those kids that have goals to be Olympic champ, world champ, that's another big advantage for them to have a strong RTC.
Yeah, and who's in that recruiting class now with Jax?
Well, he will be of the 2026, and Drayshawn Ross just recently committed, and there's another kid, I can't remember his name, but he joins Drayshawn and Jax Forest. But yeah, Drayshawn Ross is number 3 out of the 2026 class. I think Jax is number 2 or something like that.
Yeah, he's nasty. Cool, man. Well, I'm trying to think some more things to say about Jax. I mean, he's just a monster. Oh, he said for freestyle, he's probably gonna stay around that 61. You know,
which is like, dang, because you know we're partnering with Spartan Combat, and another guy that's on the team is Vito.
Yep. So now, and Jax, like we said at the beginning, he's a Spartan Combat athlete. So it might come down to them, making a world team or whatever. So, yeah, man, it's cool to see. Super happy for them. I'm sure he also did well with some NIL money, going to Oklahoma State. And who does he have in that room with him now? Just as far as like the RTC guys, you got Dayton Fix.
Yep. Well, I mean, you got who else? Thomas Gilman, dude.
Gilman,
guy who he faced at the Olympic trials.
Yeah. So he's got a lot of good guys to work with, for sure. Is RBY there?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's got him too. Mm-hmm. So That's gonna be crazy,
Dude. Did you what did you think about RBY Spencer Lee?
Man, it was a good match. It was a little slow at first, and it just kind of seemed like all Spencer Lee, and then RBY opened up at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Got, I think it was 6-3, and got the takedown with probably like 10 seconds left. But
He's looking good, man. So that's another great partner. Not like RBY wasn't great already, but definitely, getting better. And so I mean, that's you got Jax Forrest, Roman, and Thomas. That's some, and Dayton, some crazy lower weights, 57, 61 kilo guys.
yeah, great guys to work with. And two, at that tournament, the Zagreb Open, right? Spencer won it, and RBY got third.
Mm-hmm.
So even though he lost to Spencer in the semis, he came back and got third. RBY, real quick, last thing, because I know this is the Jax Forest video. RBY's style, I think he's definitely changed it for freestyle. Like in college, he kind of used to bounce around a little bit more. And yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting to see.
Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, it's really exciting, because we're partnered with the Big 12, so we'll be seeing Jax Forest a lot. And you were bringing something up. How cool would it be for Spartan to come out with some orange shoes?
Yeah, or orange shoes, black and orange or something. I was saying we got to get Jax Forest like a black and orange shirt, like Team Forest or something like that, since he announced his commitment. But it's going to be cool next few years going out to Big 12s and just kind of helping that conference out and being able to, see Jax. He's partnered with Spartan with our team and get to meet David Taylor. I heard David Taylor's a fan of Wrestler's Grind, but we haven't got to meet him in person yet. So,
yep, I'm pumped for the future. Happy that one of the guys that's part of Spartan commits to Oklahoma State, because we're partnered with Big 12, so it's really exciting stuff.
Absolutely, man. Well, any more thoughts on Jax?
No, man. I just I think it's good news for him, and man, it's a great time to be an Oklahoma State fan, and I guess maybe some little inside information. Here soon, we will be doing an interview with Jax Forrest in person.
Yes, sir. There you have it.
Yeah, so if you guys have questions for him, please comment on this video.
Absolutely. And guys, we're going to break it out. As always,
embrace the grind.
Embrace the grind.